Hello everybody, welcome back to the Super Bomberman R playthrough. I just want to make sure that I'm not on Veteran again. So anyway, we're on World 2 now, Planet Timbertree, which I'm surprised wasn't Planet 1, because this is the traditional grassy, forest, woodsy type world thing, which is normally World 1 in these kinds of games, but whatever.
Well, I mean, Mario usually gets away with making it like the 6th or 7th world, like the jungle setting.
Yeah, but no, this is more of like a normal woods.
Green Hill.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Green Hill Zone?
Yeah, basically.
Goddamn, even here.
Yeah. Yeah, so...
Well, I guess since it's Bomberman, it can't really be hill. It's green maze.
Green maze zone. Isn't there basically a Sonic level like that anyway? Well, I mean, probably.
As in, what?
I don't know. Wow, a snake enemy we never see in the game. That actually.
Why is there a robot snake?
I don't know. Like, the Bombermen are actually robots and not people.
Well, no, they've always been robots.
Yeah, but they're specifically robotic organic life forms or something weird like that. Like, I don't know.
You know, when Konami said we had Snake's Next Adventure planned, this is not what I fucking had in mind.
You see, that's one that I'm surprised isn't in the game yet. Like, you think that they'd put Snake into Bomberman before freaking, like, what is it, Rico from Rumble Roses? Which...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's weird. I mean, it's not like he won't fit. They put him in Smash Brothers, and it seemed to work okay. I mean, he fits more than...
Well, no, I think Snake was in a fighting game with Bomberman. What was that Konami?
Oh, was that the one
GameCube?
where he was with the Transformers?
Yeah, and I think Bomberman was. I think Bomberman was in that too. Yeah, there was like a Konami multiplayer crossover fighting thing.
Yeah.
On GameCube, and it had a lot of weird extras on it.
Yeah, it was bizarre. Like, I just don't...
And because it's so rare, it's like stupid expensive now.
Yeah, I just don't know why Pyramid Head is fitting for the Happy-Go-Lucky Bomberman game, but Snake's too mature. We can't have him.
It is Dream Mix TV World.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking at the box art right now. It's Bomberman, and Optimus Prime really just fucking sticks out, I gotta tell you.
Yep. So Bomberman, Solid Snake, and Optimus Prime have been in the same thing together. We live in a very... And this was before the guest fighters in fighting games, Pat.
Well, I mean, they've always kind of... Well, guest fighters, I guess.
That was almost entirely a Soul Calibur thing at that point.
Yeah, basically.
I got a list of the characters right here. It's Bomberman, Bimbo Gami from Momotaro Densetsu, Manjimaru Sengoku from Far East of Eden.
What?
Momotaro from Momotaro Densetsu. Also, Momotaro Densetsu gets 2 representatives here. Fucking Pit and Dark Pit. Takahashi Mijin from Adventure Island, and Yugo Ogami from
Adventure Island, that's the guy with the hat, isn't it? Like...
Yeah, the tropical boy with the hat.
He's got an English name, but I don't remember it.
Wait the fuck minute. You're gonna have a Gradius representative, and you pick the Moi head? I mean, that's traditional, I get it, but it's like, come on.
It's like, okay, what's our Mario representative? The Warp Pipe, yes.
The Warp Pipe. More. Power Pro Kun from Power Pro, Simon Belmont from Castlevania, Solid Snake from Metal Gear, Twinbee from the Twinbee series, that's pretty cool. And finally, Asuka from Cool Girl, Convoy from Transformers, Lika Kayama from Lika-chan, Megatron from Transformers, Microman from Micronauts, and Takao Kinomiya from Beyblade.
Freaking
what?
Beyblade? Isn't there also a Konami crossover game where it's like Snake and Frogger?
I think we just found our next Momocon fight.
If someone has the game.
Though, is the thing.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
I gotta look this up. And it's Japanese
Yeah,
only.
yeah, but that can be worked around is the thing. Like, I'm sure that you can I think with the Wii homebrew channel you can undo region locking, so that's not the issue. The issue is finding a copy of the game. So yeah. Like, obviously, like Street Fighter 5,
and then fighting games just never turned back. We can't have another Capcom versus SNK, but we have this picture of Geese and Akuma from Tekken 7.
Like, I was looking up stuff about Capcom versus SNK, and you can play as the aliens from Metal Slug in that series, but not any of the actual fighting soldiers from Metal Slug, but the Mars person, yeah, you can play as him. Sure, that makes sense. It's like freaking Servbot in Marvel vs. Capcom 2 levels of what the hell. Although, I mean, granted...
At least Servbot was relevant at the time.
Yeah, but Marvel...
Yeah, but you already had Tronbot.
Yeah, but Marvel vs. Capcom 2 also has, like, I think one of the largest rosters of any fighting game ever. I think, isn't it? Like
56 characters.
Is that more than Smash 4?
Yeah, that's more than Smash 4. Smash 4
That's
is 47, I think.
Yeah.
It's up there.
Yeah, but, like, I mean, granted, there's filler on... I still don't get why they put in War Machine instead of Iron Man, but, you know, like... Whatever.
Ooh, pass-through bomb, one of the best ones.
Yeah, but it's also really, really dangerous too because since it can go through brick blocks.
It's dangerous in multiplayer, not so much single player.
As long as you remember that you have it, because if you go into autopilot, which I do, let's be fair, you can get yourself killed very, very easily. But for single player, this is one of the in both single player and multiplayer, this is one of the best ones.
Yeah.
Now it only goes through objects in the same elevation.
Yeah. In this game, like the elevation is kind of weird. They actually don't do much with it, which I kind of wish that they did do more. Like I don't know how much more they really could have done, but you know, the most of the levels in this game basically take place on a 2D plane. The elevation really only comes into play in very minor instances. In like World 3 and World 5, kinda in World 4, and only a handful of levels, basically. But it will go through, pass-through bombs will go through any of the brick blocks, so in this area they're grass. But it won't go through any of things like pillars or walls. So, you have to, basically anything that you can blow up with a standard bomb, the explosion won't stop at that brick anymore, and it will keep on going. I believe explosions always go through enemies, so you can...
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, so
it goes through everything that a bomb can actually do anything with.
Yeah, see, like, right there. If you were playing an old Bomberman game, you would have lost your pass-through bomb there. And you're back... And you're also, I think, back to speed 1, 1 bomb, 1 fire, which is kind of miserable. So, yeah. Don't do what I just did, kids. Also,
oh, well.
Also, I believe if you're playing for, like, the most points possible... for gems, I believe it's in your best interest to actually pick up the power downs because I think they also count.
No, they count if you pick them up.
Yeah, so
it doesn't matter if it doesn't matter if it. No, power downs actively hurt your total.
They do,
but yeah, they do.
Oh, okay. I thought that you picked up something, it counted. My bad. Okay. So you just I mean, sometimes a power down isn't the worst thing in the world. Like, if you've got max fire and it's just a little bit too much. But that's more of a multiplayer thing, as opposed to a single-player thing. Like, in single-player, you should just be careful enough to not, you know, get good. Don't get hit. Oh! Damn it. I'm dumb.
You were saying?
I need to...
I want to get that fire down.
Oh, no, I'm blowing it up just to...
just to spite it.
Yeah. Also, I break every brick, because there might be something hidden in there.
Well, yeah... Well, you kind of needed to for that one.
But yeah, but I mean, in every stage, I break every brick.
Oh, no, I do that. I do that too. Even if I've cleared out all the enemies, it's just, nope, I'm going to do it. Except for like a Mook Rush one.
Oh, no. In the Mook Rush ones, it's like, you're dancing with the devil there. If you want to hang around after the timer goes out. Ooh, Bomb Glove. You see, this was one...
Magic Hand.
Well, I know it as Bomb Glove because I played the DS version the most out of this style of Bomberman games.
Right, and they called it a Bomb Glove there.
Yeah.
Because I remember in older games that it was called Magic Hand.
Yeah, so for the longest time, and by longest time I mean literal years, I had no idea how this thing worked. Like, I don't think I really...
Oh, no one figured it out.
Yeah, I think when I was growing up, I didn't really even know how Bomb Punch worked either. But then again, I also just never bothered pressing the Y button. So, you know, I mean, granted, you only ever use A in the main game anyway, so, you know. Like,
true.
Can you blame... No, you can blame me, I guess. Whatever.
Blame you for everything.
Yep. So okay, so here's a question. Would you consider Bomberman a puzzle game? Because, like, the...
inherently, yes.
More in single player.
Well, I mean, multiplayer is... Like, the genre of Bomberman is in multiplayer is just chaos. Like,
I am too busy trying not to kill myself to think in Bomberman.
Yeah. Well, I mean...
Multiplayer.
Well, if you want to play really, really effectively, then you're trying to set up chains. is the big thing, and you're trying to think. So there is a lot of thinking involved in. Wow, that was dumb. So there is a lot of thinking, but it's just kind of weird. And then that I was never really sure what genre to put them in because I don't think action really works, at least for the style. Like maybe for the 64 stuff, you could make a better argument for.
Oh no, like Bomberman 64 and Generations are definitely action games.
Yeah. Can you jump in Generations, or is that just Bomberman Hero?
Well, I don't recall. Okay. I don't think you can. It's been so long since I played Generation.
Yeah. Bomberman Hero is an interesting game because that was originally supposed to be a revival of the Bonk the Caveman franchise. And they just were like, screw it, we're going to make it Bomberman instead. And that's,
people know who Bomberman is.
And so that's why it's, I think, the only game in which Bomberman can jump is because it was originally going to be a Bonk game and they had already put jumping in, and they decided just to not take it out for some reason. So, okay, whatever. 64 also got a sequel in Japan only, which is like basically the same gameplay but just different levels and stuff. And I don't know why they didn't release it in the United States because Bomberman 64 was relatively popular, at least for the Nintendo 64 at the time. It was...
Yeah, I knew a lot of people who had Bomberman 64.
I mean, granted, the N64 didn't have great third-party support, although if you compare it to, like, late Wii or... Wii U. it looks fantastic in retrospect. But like Bomberman 64 is one of the only real third-party multiplayer heavy games I can think of that people actually played on that system. Maybe Cruisin' USA, kinda, I guess, but that wasn't really a multiplayer racer for the most part.
Yeah, it was.
Well, I mean, I don't really remember anybody playing it multiplayer, but that might just be my situation. Like, if you were playing a racing game with other people, in my house, we were playing Mario Kart 64. And if we were at my cousin's, we were playing Diddy Kong Racing, but I didn't own that one, so...
Well, no, I play it with my sisters all the time, so...
Yeah.
To each their own, I guess.
Cruising World or Cruising...
World.
USA.
We had World, I didn't have USA.
Oh, okay. It's all... That's fine, I guess. I mean, they're the same game otherwise, but whatever. So, whenever you guys get on multiplayer and you have the bomb glove, or do you just throw bombs without thinking until someone dies?
Yeah, just throw bombs. Yeah.
Throw without thinking.
Yep.
Something will happen, for better or worse.
Yeah.
Whether or not that will help me or not is another thing entirely.
Eventually, you can, if you're in the right spot... Oh, hi, Roxy. If you're in the right spot, eventually the bombs will bounce on each other long enough till they go over the edge and then land right next to you and you die. But, what's the chances of that happening this time, right? And that's why I'm not very good at Bomberman.
You were supposed to die there.
Yeah, the hitboxes in this game are weird. Like, sometimes the enemy you can swear that they got hit, and they don't. And then there are other times when the enemy will, like, walk into an area where an explosion seemingly has already finished, and then they die. Yeah.
Yeah.
So...
so the hitbox lingers.
Yeah, the hitbox it's weird. It's like, doesn't start as soon as you think it would, and it ends after you think it would. So, it's kind of bizarre. I mean, single player goes slower, so you kind of notice that thing more often. If you're playing in multiplayer, you're just...
Yeah, in multiplayer, you're panicking if a bomb's even near you.
Yeah, basically. Oh no, I am stuck.
Press the button.
There we go. Yeah, more stuff like this, I think, would have made the single player a little bit more interesting. I think. This is actually the first... No, okay, that's a lie. I did beat Bomberman DS before.
How long is that game again?
Oh, that game's too long. It's 10 worlds, and each world has 10 stages, so it's 100
So 100
levels.
levels.
That's too much. That's too much. Like, I think as a kid, I never got more than, like, to world, 2, even, because the game doesn't let you save until you get to the world 5 of that world. And
what?
Yeah. And there's a life system, and the lives are pretty stingy. And it's a hard game, because Bomberman's not... Oh, God! Oh, God!
Well, no, you're invincible in the cutscene, so...
The secret is dance.
Now I can survive getting blown up.
The secret is dance.
Actually, I'll try that next time the bomb is near me. I will start dancing, and it will save me.
Yeah, but that game... Bomberman DS, I mean, it's basically your standard Bomberman. And I do love the multiplayer for that, because it's 8 people with download play. So if you had a DS and just one copy of the game, you could get all of your friends to play, which I think is, like, the best way to have this kind of thing set up. Ryan, so Bomberman Party Edition was for
PlayStation.
PS1, right?
Yes.
So
and it did take advantage of the multi-tap.
Okay, good, because I think like Bomberman was the thing that like invented multi-tap back on the SNES days.
Yes, it did actually.
Yeah, because that was 4 players, and basically if you had a multi-tap, you were using it for Bomberman.
Hey. Let's not discredit Nightmare on Elm Street on the NES.
Oh, okay. The classic of all classics that shall be remembered until the...
Yeah, no,
not the point. Not the point. I wasn't talking about its quality. Just talking about the point that it was 4 players.
What we should do is do Party Edition and find and I'm sure John has a multi-tap for PS1.
Yeah.
Do I have the boomerang? I'm not sure. I have to check out my closet.
Yeah, but no, we should definitely do that because that is a really interesting kind of 3-tiered Bomberman system. Because you have, like, base 1 where everyone's just a regular Bomberman, they have no special abilities, and you just get regular power-ups and such. Then you have, like, tier 2 where you can find eggs of, like, those rabbit creatures that appear in the series now and again, and those have special abilities.
The ones you can ride? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So, like, one lets you, like, dash really fast, one can let you jump over 1 block spaces.
Okay.
But then you get to tier 3 where you basically play as this game's equivalent of the Dastardly Bombers, where everyone has their own special ability.
Okay, and that's in this game, because if you play as a Dastardly Bomber or most of the guest characters, they have their own unique abilities. Like, Pyramid Head's one is the best, because all you have to do is touch somebody and they die immediately. I think, like...
thankfully you can turn them off.
But... You can turn them off, of course, yeah. I think that's good. The Bombermen just have nothing, though, so if you're playing with special abilities... then
you're playing a special character.
Yeah, so like each of the Dastardly Bombers have the things from their boss fights. Simon Belmont can use the whip and move bombs around. Vic Viper has a dash kind of attack sort of thing. Yeah.
The best one is still Plasma Bombers.
I mean, Pyramid Head, all you have to do is walk into people and they die. Like, you move really...
I'm just talking of the actual Bomberman.
Oh, yeah. Golem Bombers, I think, like, can't be moved by people, which is easily the worst out of all of them.
Yeah, because that just doesn't help you in any way. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that went way too quickly. And he doesn't have a bigger hitbox. He has the same hitbox as the normal Bomberman.
No, well, most of his body is above the stage, technically.
Yeah. Although, when you play the game in multiplayer, Golem Bomber's, like, tiny-sized, and he's got, like, his voice chip is, like, made really squeaky.
Higher.
Like in Up, with the evil dog, basically. Think that. So, yeah. Actually, I think Pretty Bomber and Karaoke Bombers are actually the closest thing to remote control. So that's also really, really good. If you want to get through the stages without dying, you should use that, and then you can switch to Plasma Bomber for the bosses. Because basically, like, when you're... Okay, I was kind of trapped a little bit there.
Yeah.
So, like, for example, like, how most of the bosses...
This one's kind of annoying.
Yeah, this boss isn't too bad, it's just a little bit annoying. But how most of the bosses work is you hit their weak points, and then you stun them, and then you can hit them again to do damage. With Plasma Bomber, you can basically set off bombs so quickly that you can kill the bosses in basically one cycle once you're good enough at it. Whereas when you're doing it...
Because it's not like amount of damage inherently, it's number of times to get hit.
Yeah.
So whenever they're open for damage, don't like spam a ton of bombs.
I do that because
unless you're not like sure it's going to hit.
Yeah.
Like right here, don't lay a ton of bombs.
Yeah.
Because it won't do inherently any more damage to them.
Yeah, I didn't really know that. So most of the time, you'll like 2 or 3 cycle the boss because like you'll hit them like 2 or 3 times per cycle, and I think they probably have like 9 or 10 health total, I think. So it's that makes Plasma Bomber just really, really good, because if you just tap the B button to do his special bomb, it'll blow up immediately. So if you do like tap dodge, tap dodge, tap dodge, you can one cycle them pretty easily.
Yeah. That's why it's super easy to take out the final boss.
Yeah, the final boss is really annoying otherwise, because like every time you have to do another cycle, like, you have to go all the way to the left.
It takes so long, yeah.
But, yeah, so I would recommend Pretty Bomber or Karaoke Bomber for the stages. Oh. A speed strat, I was teleporting closer to him to do more damage. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, like here, I didn't know that it...
You could just hit his head.
Yeah.
Ultimate power, jump cut.
Also, I probably shouldn't have been able to hit him there, but whatever.
Whatever, hitboxes.
Yeah.
How do they work?
Shitboxes, son.
Yep. Oh no, that was online.
Oh, dude, the online was
Yeah.
the online was terrible at launch. Like the delay was it was honestly like, and I am not saying this lightly. It was worse than Smash Brothers Brawl. It was abysmal trying to play this game online right at launch because it just straight up did not work most of the time. You would press the
Guys would walk through bombs and walls and shit.
Yeah, if you press the button, that the hitbox appears as soon as he starts the animation. So I didn't really get hit by the fire, but the hitbox already existed because that's how video games work.
And you were one hit away anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, it's. I'm so glad they fixed that though. It's pretty standard. Like you'll run into lag every now and again, playing online, of course, but it's nowhere near the catastrophe that it was when the game launched. So I'm really, really thankful for that because that was not
2-star.
Two-star.
No pretty bomber for you.
Nope. I mean, she's the same as Karaoke Bomber, so like I don't really care.
Stupid happy yellow.
Yellow is the best. Oh, he makes a heart on his face. That's adorable.
Still a mad bomber, though.
Oh, it's fine. He doesn't mean it, I think.
Prank explosives. Gotta add it to my research.